You know, it's really interesting because when I started doing acting, I never thought about film. It even didn't cross my mind. I don't know why. And then I know with my first show, when I had my show reel, somebody said to me, you know, you'd be really good in film. That's years ago. And it took me so many years till I had actually the courage to do something about it.
Yeah.
And then I did do that film training in LA. That was, I don't know, 3 years ago now?
Yeah.
But it wasn't still that just doing my own films, although somebody told me years ago, who coached me, do your own films.
Really?
Yeah. And sometimes stuff just takes time, you know, and I wasn't in that place yet where I thought you can do it with so simple means. Because I did do a short film with a friend of mine, which never worked out because of the editing. And that was brilliant, you know, everything was in the flow too.
Yeah.
But that perfectionism sometimes gets so much in your way, you know, and the light sometimes wasn't right. And, you know, we thought if we would have better equipment and better this and that, it would be better. And I think it's kind of a process, you know, it has evolved throughout the years to that point where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Different realities that immediately came to my mind, and then it very much evolved. You know, it's kind of you have this original idea, and when you look at it now, you think, wow, where did that come from?
Yeah.
It's kind of, I don't know whether you have that sometimes. You know,
you
look back on it, and you even actually don't know anymore exactly how it got started.
Yeah.
But it's like somebody throws. You know, for me, often it starts like somebody throws something at me. You know, like an idea.
Yeah.
Or something, and then I get inspired, and then I start working with that.
And the ball starts rolling.
Yeah. I think that's what happened.
And I mean, as you and I know, it's been very much an organic process.
Yeah.
Because we've tried using storyboards, and that doesn't work. We've had to throw that famous occasion where we went to the Madron Wells, and you'd spent a long time writing out a lovely storyboard, and of course I couldn't draw. And
oh God,
I couldn't keep to that, and it was very frustrating for you at the time, and it made us realise that actually that's not the way we work best. I couldn't work with that because I'm working with the environment, with the location, with what we have there, and you can't fit it in. From my point of view, I find it very difficult to fit it into a preconceived idea of what it is, because I'm working with what I have, not what I don't have. So that was an interesting experience, I think, for both of us. I think we learnt a lot from that.
I think that, and also for me at least, that when Rachel told me about that film Monster.
Yes, that was fantastic.
That was very freeing, because you know, because he had such a rough script.
Yeah.
It was only a basic idea. They went to Mexico. They just you know, filmed wherever they could. They improvised, and it kind of seeing, okay, it is possible. You don't need a storyboard. You can go different ways, and I think that was very enforcing after, and you needed, well, I needed to have that frustrating experience before, like, you know, trying to do it the way you're supposed to do, trying to work that stupid storyboard out, which wasn't any fun for me.
No.
But you get into the space, I get into this, well, okay, that's not fun for me, but I'm supposed to be doing it. And it's no fun whatsoever.
Well, you've lost the spark. You've lost the.
Yeah, I even didn't feel like doing the film anymore.
Because of the object, doesn't it?
It definitely does, and I find that in all the creativity, you know, with the acting, often I find that it's so much about expectations. You know, usually you go to a place and they expect you to perform.
Yes.
And I think that's not what it should be about, because it should be about expressing yourself. So I think for me it's been that's why it's so brilliant to work with you, because now we know each other, we know we are both in the flow,
Yeah.
and I can free myself of these expectations and just do it the way it works for me.
Yes. I think that's been the surprising thing, that we've discovered through working together how well we do work together.
Yes.
And we are able to interpret each other's ideas in the same way.
Yeah.
And we know we're not fighting each other on ideas or concepts, or
exactly.
and I think it works surprisingly well. I think and it's been an evolving process that is, and it's got better as we've become more familiar and more comfortable with each other working in this way.
Yeah, I think, isn't it like allowing that?
Yes.
I mean, in the beginning it's kind of, you still, you know, it's kind of, you don't know whether it works, and you don't quite, you know, for you it was new.
Yes.
And for me, I had to get over my ideas.
Yes.
And I think the beauty of it, the way we do it now, is that also I can concentrate much more
Yes.
on just my energy.
Yes.
Because if I don't have to worry about what shots you take,
Yes, yes.
you know,
Quite.
like a
Quite.
usual director
Yes.
is doing, so
Yeah.
it's kind of you, my eye.
Yes.
So for me it's brilliant
Yes.
when you say do put a little bit more energy in it, and
Yeah.
so it's kind of, for me now, it's sparking off each other.
Yes. Yeah. Which is a fantastic way of working, because we're whatever we're doing, we're enhancing the qualities that we have.
Yeah.
And as I said to you yesterday, for me, it's fantastic having a subject to work with, a moving subject.
Yeah.
Because in the past, obviously, all my subjects have been static, with the nature of what I do. But this is something different. This is going into a more a very interesting field.